need someone to save me. No, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is jam-packed with cleaning motivation. I'm going to start out in the master bedroom today. We're going to make up the bed and kind of declutter our little bedside nursery, restock it. I wanted to start out with our bedroom because my main goal for this whole video was to get into both of the kids' rooms and declutter toys and clothes before the holidays, because Oliver's birthday is in the fall, well, so is Annie's now, and then also Christmas is coming up, and I know they're going to get lots of new toys and clothes, and I don't want to just add to the chaos that's already in there, so I wanted to do a big declutter before the holidays, and we're also going to be cleaning up some other like really big messes throughout today's video, so lots of cleaning motivation. If you came here needing it, you're in the right place. Grab yourself some coffee or your favorite drink, and let's get into it.
When we started, our wishes aligned. We were like yin and yang combined. Now the tables have turned. Can we live and I learn? You tell me. Plants don't grow without water, and they cave when it's cold. We could go till we're older. Put your head on my shoulder and let's enjoy the ride. Let's just live a life.
This little bedside nursery has been so helpful this time around. I feel like I did not use it to its full potential with Oliver, but with this baby it's been a lot more helpful. I've been restocking it like daily. Each evening I'll come in here and kind of like do a little cleanup, pick up all the diapers and the dirty burp rags, and then just restock it, and it has been working great for us. I am nursing this time around. I gave up really early on with Oliver just because I didn't really know what to expect, and it was really hard. I wasn't expecting that. So this time around I was bound and determined to make it a little bit longer, and so far it's going great. So we're just going to go until we can't anymore. But I've been stocking this bedside caddy with diapers, wipes, all of the diaper changing stuff, and then all of the breastfeeding stuff, and then I'll keep like some blankets and swaddles in it too, and it's been working great. So we're going to go ahead and get that all cleaned up. Each evening I'll come in here and like get all of the dirty burp rags and dirty diapers and throw all of that away and restock it. So that's what we're going to do here. I wanted to get my room all straightened up because this video is really primarily focused on my kids' rooms, but I cannot think straight when my room is a mess. So if I can get my room all cleaned up, then I can kind of focus on the rest of the house. We're also going to be cleaning up a little bit in the living room and in the hallway. The hallway area outside of the kids' room is always just a mess because we had the dog's house there, but we're going to be moving that today and getting that area all cleaned up and kind of finding a new place for OP to stay. He runs around the house all day long, but we do have that house for when he comes in from outside and he's muddy, or when we're not home, we put him in his little house. So we've got to find a new spot to put him. I'm thinking about getting him a new house because his doesn't fit like cohesively in any area in our house. It kind of is an eyesore, so we're gonna have to figure that out, but we are gonna get that little hallway area cleaned up. And that area of the house with the kids' rooms is my new favorite area. It's so cute. I love that both of the front rooms now are fixed up and the hallway area is all opened up without the dog's house there, so I can open the blinds in the front of the house and the sunshine just floods in at the end of the day, and it's beautiful. So that's been really fun and really nice. But got the bedside caddy and the bedside nursery area all cleaned up and organized, and now we're going to vacuum.
I remember myself young and restless, a lampoon of youth. So who am I to really teach you anything? Do I know what's true, true for you? But at least I think there are some nuggets found along the way. That, for instance, you must learn to wait for night to turn into day.
This Dream Egg Sunrise one is my new best friend. As y'all can probably assume, sleep is pretty much unheard of around here lately, just because newborns are so unpredictable, and you throw a toddler in the mix and you pretty much just value any little bit of sleep that you do get. So we've been loving the Dream Egg Sunrise one. It has a revolutionary sunrise wake up so that you can ease into your day as the warm yellow light gradually brightens the room and soothing music plays. I love the bird option. I love waking up to birds tweeting. It promotes relaxation, better sleep by allowing you to choose from a variety of nightlight colors and relaxing sounds to create the perfect tranquil sleeping environment. The combination of the soft light, the soothing sounds, and the customizable wake-up options encourages you to embrace the day with a positive mindset. And it's more than an alarm clock, it's a holistic tool for enhancing mental wellness. It helps you to wake up refreshed, go to bed relaxed, and we are in the newborn trenches over here, so the Dream Egg Sunrise one is basically just a big hug for both me and my husband. Highly recommend. Click the link in my bio to check it out for yourself today. And thank you so much to Dream Egg for sponsoring today's video. Okay, this is the area of the house I was telling y'all about that I love now. I feel like it's so open and bright, and it's just sweet because these are both of the kids' rooms right next to each other. And this little area out in the hall right next to their room, I thought it would be really cute to put Oliver's little kitchen right there so that when Annie is old enough to crawl around or walk around, they can play together in the little kitchen. And we'll just swap out that toy. When they get sick of the kitchen, we'll put something else there, but it'll be kind of like a neutral area where they can both come out of their rooms and play together. Either that, if the toy just gets to be too messy in the hallway, I'll put a floor-length mirror there, because I thought that would be really nice too, to have like a mirror to check your outfit before you leave out. But anyways, for now we're going to get this area cleaned up because it is a huge mess because of Opie's little doghouse being here. He's really fluffy. If y'all don't know Opie, he is very fluffy, and so he holds lots of dirt in his fur, and whenever he shakes out, it goes all over the floor right here. So if we don't clean this area like once a week at least, if not more, it gets so bad. And then also, Oliver has been loving to climb in the doghouse and feed him, and so food goes everywhere, and there's food in the dog's water, there's food everywhere. So this has just been such a messy area. I hate walking past here to get to the kids' rooms every day, so I want to move it out of the way and get Opie something that's a little more contained, a little more neat, and cozy for him. So I think I'm going to get something small to put by the back door, but we're going to get this all cleaned up. And then we're going to head into the kids' rooms to start doing some major decluttering. Oliver has so many toys, and I want him to be able to keep most of his toys, but I did want to declutter some stuff that he doesn't play with, some stuff that was broken. Lots of the toys in here had parts missing and things like that. So we're going to get it all organized, get his bed made up, get the windows opened up, get the sunshine flooding in, and get everything nice and organized before the holidays so that he can get his new toys in here and have a place for them. is obsessed with trash trucks right now. In fact, he has been for a little over a year. He loves watching the trash man come by and get our trash every week. And on trash day, we'll open up these blinds, and then we'll open up the window part, and he will yell out at the trash man. And the trash man and him have made great friends. He let him climb up in there one week and beep the horn. And then the very next week, he brought Oliver a little trash truck toy with it was a trash truck and then a little trash can with their label on it, which I thought was so cute. And I think it would be so cool to see if the trash man would show up to Oliver's birthday party. I think I'm going to do a trash truck birthday party for Oliver this year. But anyways, I just think that's so fun. And I love that he has this big open window where he can open it up on trash day and see the trash man drive by. But we decorated his room with fish because at the time he loved fish and he wanted a pet fish so bad. But since then, he has grown to just love trash trucks, and he has for over a year. So I kind of wish I would have decorated his room with that. But I also feel like he'll grow into fish a little better than he will trash trucks. So this will last a little bit longer. But the top of his dresser is always a hot mess because when I'm cleaning up the house, I'll just throw his hang-up clothes here or his toys that are laying around the house here. And I've got to get out of that habit because if I would just put it back where it goes, this dresser could stay looking cute. But anyways, we're going to put everything away, wipe it down. We're also going to be going through all of his drawers and cleaning them out. He is so hard to keep up with when it comes to clothes. He's grown so fast. He was a big baby and he grew, fast all through his little baby months. But even now, he is in a 6T and he's only 2. He's not even 3 yet and he's in a 6T. So we're having a hard time keeping up with clothes. He's got stuff that's still 2T, 3T, 4T, 5T. So we've got to go through his drawers and declutter his clothes. And then I hate buying new stuff because he only fits in it for like a month and then he's on to the next thing. But he was in 5T for quite a while. So we have a little bit of that. But now that he's kind of moving up to 6T, we're going to have to buy some more clothes. But anyways, we've got to declutter all his drawers, all his toys. And by the time we get done with this today, his room looks so good and it felt so good to have everything that he did not use, did not want out of here.
Is it true what they say? Are we okay the way we are? Or tell me, do I really have to change? 'Cause I don't know.
So these are the main areas where we store his toys, his closet, and then he's got this little toy box by his door. And we have a pretty good system. He's got 3 baskets in the middle of his closet where I store one for all of his little people and characters and animals, one for all of his toys that he can take in the car or little fidgets and stuff, and then one for all of his little bouncy balls. He has so many bouncy balls. And then at the bottom of the closet, he has another thing with 3 holes in it, and one is for puzzles, one is for books, and the other one is for miscellaneous toys. And then in the other part of the closet, he had his little toy kitchen, but I'm going to move that out into the hall where the dog's house was, so that him and Annie can both share that. And eventually we'll probably get something else there because he's kind of grown out of the Cocomelon phase. And he has a Cocomelon kitchen. So I'm not sure what we'll end up putting there in the future. But I wanted the Cocomelon kitchen out of his closet because we needed more storage for his everyday toys that he likes to play with. He has a million trash trucks and cars that he likes to play with. So I wanted to find a place for those. So we're going to move the kitchen out and make a big space to put all of his trucks and cars. And then in the other toy box, we just put all of his miscellaneous toys that don't really have a, like a theme to them. Like they're not a bouncy ball, they're not a character, they're not a car. It's a different kind of toy. So all of those toys go in his toy box. And then he's got a few he has one little paper doll toy that my mom got him. It's like a little guy that you can dress up as a pirate or a fireman. And that goes, I just slide it underneath his dresser along with his little chalkboard. So his room is really small, so we have to kind of get creative with toy storage, which is why I'm doing this today, because I just knew after his birthday and Christmas, this room was going to be overwhelmed with way too much stuff. So we did end up getting rid of about a trash bag full of toys that were either broken or missing pieces, so that was really nice. But we're going through his dresser right now. His dresser is a mess. We've got some drawers with clothes, and most of the clothes didn't fit, and then some drawers with toys and junk. They just filled up with junk. This used to be, or the drawer above this used to be his diaper drawer, but he's potty trained now. He's still in pull-ups because we never did switch over to underwear when we were potty training, so he's still wearing pull-ups. I need to get some underwear. But he's pretty much fully potty trained. The only problem we have is when we're in public, the toilets are so big and it's so hard to get him to go because it's scary. You know, it's like a giant toilet and it flushes on its own and it's loud. And I keep telling Will, I wish public places had toddler toilets. I don't understand why there is no place for a little kid to go to the bathroom. You have to lift him up on a big old yucky toilet, and it's just a pain in the butt. So that is challenging. But other than that, he is fully potty trained. He's doing great. So we do need to switch over. But these drawers can be for clothes now rather than pull-ups and junk. So I went ahead and organized all of the clothes that do fit him still. These are his pajamas. The drawer above it is his play clothes. These are his swim trunks, his socks, and his hats. And then on this side of the dresser, I went ahead and put some toys in this top drawer just because I didn't know what to do with some of that stuff. I made this drawer for all of his little blankets that are special to him. And then this drawer is his shoes for now. Most of his shoes were all over my house, so I had to go get them and bring them back and put them in the drawer. But that's how we have it laid out for now. I'm sure it'll change eventually, but it feels so much more organized. It makes me feel so much better about his room. So now we're going to go over to the toys and start tackling some of this. I immediately just started pulling stuff that looked like trash and took it to the trash bag. It wasn't even worth donating some of this stuff. So we went ahead and took care of that, and then we're going to start organizing some of this stuff.
Have a nice day. All the gods and all the angels got them waiting at your table. 'Cause giving you my heart was not enough.
If you have a space like this in your house where it's just overwhelmed with so much stuff and you don't even know where to start, my favorite thing to do is divide stuff into categories, and specifically like 3 categories, because if I get too many going, I get confused and overwhelmed with too many. But for Oliver, most of his stuff falls in the category of it's either a truck or a car or some sort of transportation, a ball, or a character. So that's what I did with his toys. I separated it into those 3 categories. And then the rest of his toys are like books and puzzles, or miscellaneous. So that's kind of how I had things separated for him. And as we're going, it looks like I'm just throwing stuff like in different places in the floor, but I'm actually keeping it in categories. It's organized chaos, so we're going to get there. But by the time we were all done, everything looked and felt so much better, and Oliver just immediately started playing so much better in his room. When everything's organized, he plays so much better. So that's another thing. If your kid's room is chaos and there's a lot of toys that are missing pieces, or they're broken, or they've just had them for a long time and they're not as interesting to them anymore, get in there and divide it all into categories and make it look appealing, and they will just go right back to it and start playing, most likely. That's kind of how we are too. If you go to the store, you'll notice like on the end cap, they'll make things really pretty, like the Mrs. Myers spray. They'll make it pretty for the holidays, and it draws your attention and you want to go buy it. So that's kind of how it is for kids' toys too. If you make it look appealing, they'll play with it. So we did that for Oliver, and he's playing so well in his room now, and I kind of don't want him to have a birthday and Christmas because it's just going to bring in even more stuff. But that's what kids do. They like to have new toys all the time. So anyways, it felt so good to get all of this organized. Oliver also has 3 large baskets at the very top of his closet that are hard to reach. And when he was a little baby, we used to use that to store his clothes that didn't fit him yet, his diapers, his wipes, all of his little baby stuff. But now that he's older, I'm just using it to store all of his stuffed animals. Eventually, I would love to get him one of those bean bags that you put all the stuffed animals in. We don't really have the room for it, so I've got to figure that out. Either that or a net to put them all in. And that way we can do something else with the baskets at the top of his closet. But right now, all of his stuffed animals that he doesn't really play with a lot are in those baskets, and then, or 2 of those baskets, and then the other basket is all of the extra books that he doesn't really touch a whole lot, or the books that I want to keep nice. So that's what the top of the closet is. 1 is for books, 2 are for stuffed animals. This is the part of organizing where it gets kind of confusing because you're down to the very last little bit of stuff and there's not really room for it, but it is stuff that you want to keep. At least that's what I found out. So he's got that little area over here to the right with his toolbox and his little car toy and all his little cleaning supplies. Those are things that he plays with almost every single day, so I'm just going to keep that there, and I just kind of organized it and cleaned it up a little bit. The rest of these toys are miscellaneous and they're kind of large, so I needed to find a place for them. He got that cute little popcorn machine from his cousin at this wedding that we went to a couple weekends ago, and he loves that thing. It's a Melissa and Doug popcorn toy. And then this big Hot Wheel track is really large, so I decided to put the Hot Wheel track with the trains, and then the popcorn machine I just put down there with all of his larger trucks, because that's stuff that he plays with every day. Every single day he's going to grab a trash truck. I can guarantee you that. So I wanted those down there in the bottom that were easy to get to. And now we're headed over to his little toy box over here. This is full of baby toys because it's toys that I didn't want to get rid of because Annie will play with them eventually. So I'm going to pull all the baby toys and bring those to her little basket in her closet, and then fill this back up with his tractor, his dinosaur, his little doctor kit, his little Wall-E robot, all of that stuff. So all of this is like his miscellaneous toys.
Take the bad with the good. Don't lose your hope. You haven't lost your touch. I know that it's hard to love and let go, to try and don't succeed, but I know that's how life goes. Love come your way if you start to believe things will work out right in time. Get your mindset and you'll be just fine.
If you have any great recommendations for toy storage for small spaces, leave it down in the comments below, because I know that's a common problem that a lot of us have. Too many toys and not enough space, which I guess is a good problem for our kids' sake. But Oliver has not very many clothes in his dresser, and I was thinking I could find a place to store his play clothes and his pajamas in his closet, and then maximize the space on that big wall right as you're walking in his room. I could get a bunch of cube storage and just make it all toys. But then I don't know if I want his entire room to be toy storage, and then there wouldn't be as much space to store all of his clothes. So I'm not sure if I'm going to change that or not yet, but that has been on my mind. Let me know down in the comments below if you do something like that in y'all's kids' rooms, or if you have a better idea. There's so many cute ideas on Pinterest, but it's mostly for like really large bedrooms, and we just don't have that here. In fact, Annie's room is even smaller than Oliver's, so when she gets to be his age, we are going to have a real issue. We have plans to eventually get a bigger house, but we bought this house in 2020 or 21, and we got a super low interest rate, and did not plan on this being our forever home, but now we're like, what are we going to do now? Because we have a great interest rate, and now, the market is so different. But hopefully, eventually we'll probably get a larger house, and they'll get bigger bedrooms. But for now, we've got to maximize what we do have and try to find a spot for all of their toys. So toy rotation it is and just getting creative with organization. Okay, we got everything organized. The 3 baskets at the top, like I said, are stuffed animals and books. Those 3 baskets in the middle are all for all his little people in one, all his bouncy balls in one, and all of his car toys in one. And then this down here, the 2 baskets on top there, one is for all of his trucks and cars, one is for trains, and then the 3 underneath are his puzzles for one, his books for one, and then miscellaneous in the other. And then I got all of his trucks lined up on the bottom of his closet. So I feel like that's going to work pretty good until, you know, his birthday and Christmas, and then we'll have to kind of work in whatever he gets. But I'm excited to have all of his room, back to being organized and functional, and he can get in here, and he's excited to play with all of his toys now. And we've got his clothes in a place where I'm like, I know what he has now, I know what fits, and I know what he needs. So we need to get shopping on some clothes because he is growing so fast, I cannot keep up.
The next morning when the sun goes up, it might be the last day of you and me. You're lying next to me with heavy eyes. Wow. I know what I've done, and I'm too afraid to let it go. If I could, I would turn back time. If I could, I would take it all back. If I could, I would bring back all the memories, not yours, only in my dreams. Oh, if I
For Annie's room, it was really pretty organized. The only thing is she had a huge basket of clothes that were clean. I actually washed them on another video with y'all way like a few weeks ago, and I never did put them away because we don't have enough hangers to hang them all up. But I did know that most of them are not going to fit her for like a year because a lot of them are hand-me-downs from her cousin Bella. So they're all washed. I just needed to sort through them, fold them, and put them in a drawer and just save them away for next year. And then the clothes that did fit her right now, I went ahead and hung them up. But we did still have several clothes that are going to fit her pretty soon, and we did not have enough hangers. So I'm going to have to go to the store and get some more hangers because all the hangers in her closet we actually stole from Oliver's closet. And I would love to get them 2 different colors. Like I would like to keep Oliver's white and maybe get pink for Annie. And that way we'll just keep them separate that way. But for right now, we've got her having the white hangers too, and we're just going to have to fold all of the clothes that did not fit in her closet because I was tired of having them take up her white basket. I wanted to use that white basket as a laundry hamper, and right now we've been just throwing her clothes on the floor when they're dirty, and it'll be so nice to be able to change her out of her little zipper sleeper, throw it in the hamper, and then take the hamper to the laundry room to wash the stuff. So we've got her room in working condition now. Also, this cute little rug is not really big enough for this room, but if you get it big enough, do you see how the door is like catty corner? The corner of the rug would come out of the room. So we had to get it this size, but I was thinking it would look a little better if we did it diagonal. So I switched it that way, and I love it. Y'all will have to let me know what you think down below, but I feel like it fills the space a lot better. I do need to get some little sticky things to put under the rug so that it stays a little bit better, but I love the way that it makes the room look now that it's catty cornered or diagonal. But now we're headed over to her closet. I'm just going to hang up all of these clothes, and whatever will not fit her for a while, we're going to fold and put in her drawer. I decided to put all of her clothes that are not going to fit her for a while on top of her closet in one of those pink totes. And then the stuff that will fit her pretty soon, I decided to fold it up and put it in her drawer right here. This was the drawer that I had her baby carriers in, and then a swaddle. But I'm going to find another place for those and just make the most of this drawer. So all of those clothes are like 6 to 9 months and up. These are the things I was telling y'all about in my nursery organization video. I ordered these on Amazon, and they just say like the month of the clothes. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these on these little rods. Okay, you and I both are sick of seeing these big, green, ugly baby toys in her closet. I keep putting them back in here because I don't want to deal with what I'm supposed to be doing with them. But we're going to take them out once and for all. The little stand-up toy, I think it's Leapfrog. I want to keep that for Annie Kate. Because it was really fun for Oliver whenever he started to kind of pull up on stuff and walk. It has lots of stuff that you can do. So I'm going to put that in the attic or in the garage for her until she's old enough, because that's going to be several months from now, and it's just an eyesore. The other little toy was stained up really bad from Oliver's spit up, and I kept saying I was going to wash it for Annie, but when I went to wash it, I realized there's not a way to pull off the mat. It's stuck on. And that's such a popular baby toy, I'm surprised they didn't make a way to pull it off so that you can wash it. So it was going to be a pain in the butt to kind of spot treat it and stuff, so I ended up just ditching it. We're going to get a new one. It's inexpensive because Oliver loved that thing, and I'm sure Annie will too. But I'll get her the pink version, and that way it gets those ugly toys out of her closet. So we're going to go ahead and move on now. We got her closet all straightened out. Will did move all of her diapers back in here. Y'all saw me pull all of her diapers out of here because I was going to organize them in the garage. But we're just going to keep them in her closet. That's where Will put them, and we're not going to move them again. I'm just going to wipe everything down now. We're almost done in her room. It felt so good to have both kids' rooms organized and this hallway area all organized. How cute is this little plate? My YouTube manager sent that for Annie Kate, and I just thought it was so cute I had to share. I don't really have a place to put it right now, so we just put it on her little shelf. But so glad to have the kids' rooms organized. So glad to have the front part of the house looking good. It feels good to walk back here now and have the sunshine pouring in. Like I said, in the evening, that's when the sun sets in the front of the house, and we open up the windows and it just pours in, and it's so pretty. So glad to have that all taken care of. Annie's going to help me vacuum up her room real quick, and then we're done. Thank y'all so much for stopping by today's video. I hope it gave you lots of cleaning motivation and you got something done along with me. If you have any fun video ideas that you would like to see from me, leave them down in the comments below, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!